Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it again. Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. Great Christmas weekend right here. Speaking of great, Steve, you know, I haven't been watching the Hallmark Channel as much as I've been watching Great American Family.
There you go. Little more traditional feel and values.
Had you heard about that?
I heard. I of course, watched neither. But I heard the Hallmark Channel took a hard turn to the left and got marginal.
It's crazy. And, you know, here's the thing, folks. It's not that I disagree with diversity or anything like that. It's when you shoehorn things into your narrative.
Agenda.
Yeah, in your agenda that make it not fun for anyone.
So what's on the channel you're watching now?
It's a lot of the actors and actresses who were on the Hallmark Channel had left.
Okay.
And they came over and made movies there, and they put the Christ back in Christmas.
How about that?
Yeah, right. And they actually...
How dare they?
They talk about Jesus, and they talk about the reason for the season, and, you know, and family values.
So what channel is this? What is it?
Yeah, I don't know the number of it, but it's called Great American Family. Okay. It's like 2 or 3
So it's not the Hallmark Channel. It's a different...
It's a whole different network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a lot of the stars from over there and a lot of new stars, you know, and just, you know,
That's nice.
It's still cheeseball stuff.
Right.
It's estrogen things like that you probably won't like.
Yeah.
But it's just fun.
Are there any car chases?
No car chases.
I don't know.
And the thing is, it's not like they're pushing anything other than, you know, fun stuff. You know what I mean? It's just not like shoehorning stuff in there. So let's shoehorn Jim Deacons into the show. What do you think about that?
I like that idea.
He's the owner of Crossroads Auction, crossroadsauction.net. How are you?
Very well, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. So, Jim, tell everybody what is it that you do, except talk really fast.
We liquidate estates for people who need items sold, whether it be a farm or just a residential home, a commercial estate, whatever it may be. We sell items to the highest bidder.
Interesting.
What can I get for Tom?
Could you give me a little boat or sports car?
A gift certificate.
So why Crossroads Auction? Where'd the name come from?
Crossroads Auction, most of the time when we get a phone call, somebody's in a crossroads in their life. They're retiring, someone's passed away, they're in a situation and they got to make some hard decisions in. And so when I thought about the name of the company, I thought, geez, wouldn't that be it? You know, because when I get a phone call, I say, geez, Jim, unfortunately my father's passed away, my uncle, I'm downsizing, whatever it may be. So you hit a crossroads in your life. If my phone rings, it's because you're in the crossroads of your life.
That's emotional every day.
Right. Oh, it is.
Now, did your great-great-great-grandpa do this or something? Tell us about how...
My father did. My father did.
Yeah.
My father was in the business. We actually were loggers at one time.
Loggers?
And then my father, unfortunately, through an accident, broke his back. He was a great reader, though. Loved to read, loved history, started reading, started learning all about antiques. Started out in the flea market business.
Right.
And then we took on an auction company. He ran an auction company for about 30 years. And then when he passed away, I took on mine. We've been at our location for 22 years
now. Your son's involved too, right?
My son, my son just upped the board. Both my sons auctioneer. My wife, her father was an auctioneer. My brother-in-law is an auctioneer. So it's a whole family mechanism for sure.
You know, he said it so matter-of-factly. You know, wow, my father broke his back. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
If he did it 30 years, he was not an old person when that happened.
Right.
No, he was a young guy.
Golly. And there was no way to repair that.
He did. I mean, it was a long term. It took a long time. It was a very, very hard winter. You know, he was about 30 feet up in the air, and when back then you didn't have bucket trucks. You just kicked away with ropes, and for whatever reason, that rope, something broke. He landed 30 feet down, standing straight up, broke all the rays and all that.
So was he eventually back to being able to be, you know, functional and walk around and all that?
Yeah, hallelujah, he was. You know, he got full functioning, walking around. I mean, cold days like the rest of us hurt him or whatever.
Sure.
But no, he. It was a tragedy that turned into a blessing.
Yeah, right.
You know,
wow. So we know that. I mean, it's crossroadsauction.net. That's the business. So personally, what does Christmas mean to Jim Deacons?
Oh, opportunity. Right? Christmas to me is an opportunity to let people know they are not forgotten.
Tell me more.
Well, whether it's simply, obviously, the reason for the season, as we always say, Jesus was born. God gave his only son so that we wouldn't, have to perish but have eternal life. And so that tells us we have value and we're not forgotten by our Creator, right? Yeah. But I think we also have the same opportunity when we either hand a Christmas card out to somebody, a handshake saying Merry Christmas, saying, hey, you're not forgotten and you have value.
Have you always felt this way?
Always felt this way.
This is okay.
Always felt this way. And I think in this big world, doesn't matter how much money's in your pocket, but I think there's times we wonder if we do have value or if we have been forgotten. Mm-hmm. And I think Christmas is the perfect opportunity to say, hey, you do have value and you're not forgotten.
And I would think that with that moral fiber, woven into your character, that's the way you conduct business too, where you're fair and honest and people can trust.
Everybody has a value to me.
Yeah,
everybody does. I don't care who it is, what they are, where they live. You have a value. You deserve respect.
Yes.
And so I appreciate everyone I run into.
I remember we were talking a few months back, and you basically said, and correct me if I'm wrong, something like, you know what? If it's auction is not a fit, I'm going to tell the people.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just like, get your stuff here, I want to sell it. You were like, I want what's best for them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was unusual.
Yeah,
in an awesome way.
I have walked away from opportunities that would have financially helped me very well, but they either did not have the right mindset for the platform that we do,
yes,
or they just truly weren't ready to let go of the items. And I'm not going to pull somebody into a situation that they don't belong in.
Yeah. Do you auction off many vehicles, like classic vehicles?
We do. Actually, we're putting something together right now to be able to do an auction out to the fairgrounds when they do the big car show this year. We're trying to put something together to be able to have guys run their cars through and have a registration fee. Then all the money will be donated to a nonprofit organization.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, Rob was on the show last week, so we're familiar.
Yeah, we got one full call in. They're excited about it. After the first of the year, we'll put things together, but I thought it'd be great. We're out there. Everybody wants to know what their hot rod's worth.
Tom wants a Mustang for Christmas. Tom, paint the picture. What's your car? Your dream car.
Yeah,
no, right now, today. I know you had one years ago, but what if you if you had the cash and someone said, "Here's a car," what would it be?
Yeah, 69 Mustang fastback. Like a GT500 probably.
Nice.
What color is it?
Or Shelby Cobra. The blue. I like
the blue. Yeah,
grabber blue with the white stripes. Yeah, that's what I'd probably.
So that's why advertising so important, so I can get a guy like him in the crowd.
Only I want to pay the least amount, not the most amount, for that.
Yeah, you're one of the three buyers.
Right. How has the internet changed what you do?
It's changed everything. We have so many different platforms now to be able to sell, whether it be through a high bid, was like an eBay auction. We also do YouTube live auctions where it's a live fed video and you bid through the comments. And then our old school way, I guess you could say, is just in person, sitting down, cup of coffee, and looking over at your competitor bidding against you.
Yeah, that seems like more fun.
Okay, here's what I want to hear, Tom. You two. So let's pretend this coffee cup I'm holding up. Could you please auction this cup off? Tom, you and I are going to bet on this cup. Ready? Go. I want to hear it.
All right, gonna buy the coffee cup right there. Everybody's hand. I'm gonna get 25, 25, to get 25, to get 15, to get 10, 10, 10.
I'll give you 10.
I got 10, 15,
30,
35, 35, 45, 45, to get 45.
50.
50, now 60. I'm gonna 50, to get 60, 60, 60, 60.
I'm going to give you John 3:16, and we'll close it out. How's that? It's Christmas, and you're awesome, and we appreciate you as a friend of the show and a fellow lover of Christ, and we're glad you're here.
Amen, guys. Well, again, you guys have a Merry Christmas.
And you too. God bless you. Jim Deacons right there, owner of Crossroads Auction. See them online at crossroadsauction.net. Josh Lane, pastor at Redeemer Church, the Syracuse campus, is coming up next right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.